There just is no easy route. There is no way to buy it. There is no quick fix. You have to actually push through. But the beauty of that is that once you go through that process, you get reconnected with your inner strength and the power and how capable your mind and your body is to do challenging things. And that then ripple effects within all other areas of your life. Hi, my name is Pernilla, and this is my Challenge Your Norm podcast. I'm absolutely obsessed with anything related to personal development. And well, to grow, we got to challenge our norm. And so on this podcast, we chat about life and how we can challenge our normal way of living it to make it greater than we could have ever imagined. Just one little belief, habit, bold move, and perspective at a time. My only intention with this podcast episode is to help you reconnect with the freaking badass person that you are deep down, that you know that you're capable of becoming. Right now, we're at the end of January, maybe February 1st, February 2nd, when you're listening to this episode. And this is when people, maybe 80% of people have already given up on their goals, their New Year's resolutions. And I do not want us to be a part of that 80%. I want for us to be the 7% that actually this year succeed at becoming the person that we deep down want to be, feeling the daily emotions that we deep down want to feel. And this weekend, I was starting to feel this lack of excitement for the goals that I'd set. And yesterday and today and this weekend, reflecting on it, really needed to reconnect with who the F it is that I am. And I feel like it's hard for me not to swear on this podcast episode, because sometimes what I need is like this tough push in the bum, this like actual swearing and just aggressiveness to remind myself of who it is that I am. And I'm going to give you some techniques, some lists that I would love for you to create for yourself if you need this reminder for yourself. But first, I just want to quickly share, and I know I've shared it a trillion times, but I need to be reminded, so in case you do too, of how important of a role fitness plays in when it comes to me reconnecting with my inner strength, with how tough and capable I am. Because when it comes to fitness and getting in shape, there just is no easy route. There is no way to buy it. There is no quick fix. You have to actually push through and feel that discomfort. But the beauty of that is that once you go through that process, you get reconnected with your inner strength and the power and how capable your mind and your body is to do challenging things. And that then ripple effects within all other areas of your life. And so when you commit to that challenging fitness goal, you don't know it at first, but you're actually committing to a complete life transformation. But we're gonna get to that. Maybe you've gone through a fitness journey yourself and you know this, maybe you haven't, but I just felt the need to share that with you because it has played such a big impact in my life. But the 3 things that I did this morning and have previously done, and it has had like such a powerful effect in me going into the day, into the week, into the new month with such a new strength, power feeling, is writing these 3 lists. And the first thing is writing down a list of all of the reasons why you are a beautiful, good, loving human being, why you are strong and capable, why you are just badass, why it is important that you do this thing. Like, write down all of the beautiful, positive things that you are. And what really helps for me is writing down a few really challenging experiences, periods of my life where I've overcome these challenges and gotten to the other side through believing in myself, through taking daily actions, through just living in a way that helped me overcome that, reminding myself of all of the things that I was during that process, because that will reconnect me, remind me of why it is that I'm a good person, why it is that I'm strong. So I would say write down like at least 20 things, at least. If you can do 100, write 100. Just really remind yourself of who the F you are, because you didn't come this far. You didn't get to this place of your life without being an incredible human being. But sometimes we need to remind ourselves of all the hard things that we've overcome in the past and why we can then also get to this next level, this next stage of our life now. Next thing that I would love for you to create a list about is writing down all the things that you want in your life, all the things that maybe you secretly dream about, maybe you've been dreaming about for years. Maybe it was a childhood dream. Maybe it's something that you see someone else do on social media that deep down you're like, oh, that would be so cool if I could do that. But maybe you have a disbelief in that you're not capable or able to do it. Write down anything that comes to your mind. Just all the things that would just bring you so much joy and fulfillment. And it can be unrealistic things. I just feel like for me, when I write down all the things that I want to do in life, it excites me, first of all. It makes me feel really joyful, just the thought of that. But also, I feel like writing it down, it helps us believe it a little bit more. It helps us think of maybe solutions, think of what actions we could take if we were to actually do this. It helps us bring it down to earth in a more human thing that maybe one day could be possible. And what's so beautiful about law of attraction is that when we write things down, when we think about things, somehow ends up happening because we start taking actions either consciously or subconsciously towards that thing, or we meet a person and then we meet another person that then leads us in some way, shape, or form towards something similar to the thing that we once wrote down. So just dream. Don't judge yourself for whatever it is that you're dreaming about. Just write down a list of all the things that you think could be freaking awesome, that could be exciting to you, and go as wild as possible. Why not? And then once you've written down that list, it could also be that you're driving right now and you pause between everything that I'm sharing and then think of a few things that could be exciting within every little list that we're talking about right now. And the final list that I'd love for you to make, that I also made, that has been really beautiful, powerful, is what are the actions that I'm willing to start taking today that are gonna lead me towards maybe one or two of the things that I wrote on my really want to do list, and that I know I'm capable of because I was reminded of how freaking badass of a human being I am from the first list I made. And so just committing to a few daily habits, actions that I'm willing to do from now on to help me, remind me of who the F I am, of how capable I am. And that will give me this like continuous confidence boost, believing in myself, feeling fulfilled because I'm taking action on things that are maybe a little challenging, a little hard. Just committing to that. If it's one thing, like you could do one more thing, even if it's something that takes you 30 seconds. That one little thing may compound effect, just like I was talking about how fitness can compound effect in all other areas of our life. I think when we start taking just one new daily habit action that feels good, that feels in alignment with where it is that we want to go, with who it is that we want to be, I think that just, it can spark and ripple effect within all other areas of our life. I'm done rambling now because this was just supposed to be a quick little spark of inspiration, of motivation to remind you of who the F you are. And I really think that by making these 3 lists, or even just thinking about them in your head, you're going to be reconnected. Going back to what intentions you set yourself January 1st, who it was that you believed yourself that you were capable and able of becoming this year, because right now is crucial when it comes to whether or not you're actually going to achieve it. So write your list, believe in yourself, remind yourself of your inner strength and your freaking toughness of how capable you are, and let's go out and crush it. And if you have a friend that you feel would need this little just boost of motivation, send it their way. And remember that in order for you to grow, you have to challenge your norm.